After our walking tour at Washington Crossing Historic Park, my family and I spent some time exploring the historic grounds and taking in the incredible scenery along the Delaware River. One of the highlights was seeing McConkey's Ferry Inn, the only building on the property that still dates back to 1776. Although the structure has been expanded and altered over the years, it remains one of the few surviving witnesses to Washington's famous crossing. Standing along the banks of the Delaware River, it's incredible to imagine what unfolded here on Christmas night in 1776. Washington's army began crossing the river late in the evening, using large Durham boats and ferries to transport soldiers, horses, and artillery through icy waters filled with chunks of floating ice. The weather was brutal, with freezing temperatures, strong winds, and a mix of snow, sleet, and rain, making the crossing even more dangerous. The operation took hours longer than expected, and by the time the last troops made it across, it was already early morning. Despite the delays and harsh conditions, Washington pressed forward. After successfully crossing the river, he and nearly 2,400 Continental soldiers marched about 9 miles through the storm before launching a surprise attack on the Hessian garrison at Trenton on the morning of December 26th. That victory gave the Patriot cause a much-needed boost. Just days later, Washington defeated the British forces again at the Second Battle of Trenton before winning another important victory at Princeton on January 3, 1777. These events became known as the 10 Crucial Days, a remarkable series of victories that revived the American cause and convinced many that the Revolution was far from over. Today, the park is beautifully maintained with gardens, walking paths, and scenic views overlooking the river. Before leaving, we spent a little more time exploring the exhibits inside the Visitor Center, which feature artifacts, artwork, and displays that help bring the story of Washington's crossing to life. One of my favorite exhibits is this impressive statue of George Washington, a fitting tribute to the commander who led one of the boldest military operations in American history. Washington Crossing Historic Park does an excellent job preserving the important chapter of American history, and it's a place I would highly recommend visiting if you're ever in the area. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you stay tuned for my next reel as my family and I head to nearby Bowman's Tower for some incredible views of the Delaware River Valley.